We do jiu-jitsu like I told you guys, we love doing it because it's fun and we can win tournaments and stuff like that, but the real reason all of us signed up to do jiu-jitsu is so that we can win a fight if we ever have to be in a real fight, okay? In a real fight, I'm not going to care about being pulled over to the side, okay, and losing points. I'm going to care about being pulled over to the side because it means I am no longer in a place where I can strike, and it puts him in a position where he can strike. You see what I'm saying? So I want you guys to really think about that and feel like you're ever moving away from being bucked off. You need to release whatever you need to release to create posts, okay? Now, that being said, you can do certain things to make yourself more effective from this mount position. The first thing that you can do to make this guy really hate having you on his mount is to put him in the most uncomfortable position possible, right? So we've talked a lot about being in an uncomfortable position. So for example, if I'm over here, half guard me, right? If I'm over here passing in half guard, one of the things that I kind of implemented to a lot of you guys was like, always make sure that you're like driving forearms into people's necks, making this guy as much as uncomfortable as you can. So that way he's not paying attention to the grip on the legs so that you guys are able to get passes, right? So in jiu-jitsu, you want to be able to do the same thing, but you want to do it in a way that you make him uncomfortable so he makes a mistake so you can begin doing your attacks. Okay? But the way that is typically done is it's typically done by trying to smother this guy as much as possible. Okay? And I'm going to show you guys the proper way to smother somebody from a mount position so that your mount is fucking hell for the guy that's on the bottom. Okay? So first thing I'm going to do as soon as I get to the mount, okay, is I'm going to look for one important grip. I'm going to look to try to see if I can underhook the guy whenever possible. Sometimes the guy gives you this by starting to push you up here. In these situations, I'm fine with that. I'll go ahead and just underhook here and then start coming in, okay? I'm looking for a position where I can underhook this guy so badly that my opposite hand side can come around his head and begin grabbing and controlling his trap, okay? This is a great position for me to now start coming up and really working the mount, because this allows me to grab his head and start getting him in this position. You can see he's freaking the fuck out right now, and I'm not doing anything yet. Okay, you just have to me smothering him. The guy wasn't even doing the technique yet. The whole point of this is discomfort creates opportunity, okay? It's your job as a person on top of the mount to make the guy on the bottom of the mount be really, really uncomfortable. Now, the reality is this guy ain't gonna always put their hands out. Newer guys will, but a lot of senior guys will start defending themselves because they're afraid of like the good old fucking killer move over here, which is the inside grip here to start beginning attacking cross strokes and potentially arms, right? So in situations like that, okay, I want to take everything I know about coming in with that inside grip, okay, and I want to be able to apply it to the rest of his ability to defend himself so it becomes uncomfortable for him. So I'm going to come in just like I'm going to come in like that. Most likely he's going to do what? He's going to begin blocking his arms, okay? I'm just going to take him down to an Americana position. But here's the difference in the way that I'm doing it versus the way that most likely you guys are doing it, okay? Most of you guys are probably trying to get somebody in an Americana position with 4 fingers up, okay? This is okay, but it's super hard to finish the Americana from the mount. I know some of you guys get away with it, but I'm telling you, on high-level dudes, you're not going to catch an Americana from the mount. So what I like to do here is I actually come in here like I'm going to grip inside here, and if he blocks my ability to grip, I'm going to use my fingers facing up, okay, with my palm facing up to drive his hand into the ground, and at the same time, I kind of throw my head this way. Why? Because if he begins to buck, it's easy for me to just counter really easily, okay? More importantly, I'm going here not really to attack the Americana, okay? I'm going here because I want that underhook grip. I want to get under him, okay? The moment you get under him, drop your arm, try to drop your arm, don't let me get it up. It allows you to begin climbing your hand, okay? The more you climb on your hand, the easier it is for you to use the other hand to get this grip on the lats. Everybody sees that? I've gotten this awesome grip on the lats now. At this point, that's when I like to really move up and cinch down on the mount. Then, I'll either try to control the head, or even better, I'll try to control my own arm, like my own arm. And I just bring it inside. Okay, so he's tapping with his feet. The whole point of that is, well, that's not the prettiest submission. What it does do is it makes the guy on the bottom panic. And if you have any size like him, or like him, or like you, it's exponentially it's exponentially worse for the guy on the bottom. This kind of setup, okay, is what we're going to be building our entire mount attack off of. And this setup, by the way, is not something I've come up with. This is like a really old school jiu-jitsu thing, okay? This is like back in the days, at least when I started doing jiu-jitsu in the 90s, what like the old school like Brazilian purple belt and brown belts would do to just fucking make my life fucking miserable when I was a little white belt and blue belt, okay? And now you see guys like Gordon Ryan actually getting submissions by smothering dudes in the same way. The beauty of this stuff is like jiu-jitsu, nothing's ever truly new. Just stuff kind of gets lost for a bit and then it gets rediscovered.